I get a chance to talk to Laurie Forster today, who's going to play a very important role in an upcoming event in Centreville. It's just a few days away, Saturday, June 17th. It's called Drinking Maryland. But Laurie, before we get to the role you're going to play there, I want to find out more about what you're doing. What is a wine coach and how did you become one?
And moved to New York City to study wine. And since then, I've done various certifications, sommelier certifications. But I've always found that the part I love the most is educating people, inspiring them, making them feel more comfortable with wine. And that's why when I created my business, I called it the wine coach, because a coach is there to help you feel more confident, to bring you forward. And even though sommelier is a lovely word, it can be very intimidating and sort of off-putting for some people. 2005, we moved to the Eastern Shore, Easton. My husband took a chef job here, and that's when I created my business and started doing wine events in the area. And that kind of snowballed into doing wine events around the country. And now, I guess next weekend, I get to, for the 6th year, I believe, be the MC at DrinkMaryland, Centreville, which is an amazing event. It's very interactive, it's fun, and those are all the values I try to bring to wine. Of course, wine can be expensive and amazing, but I want people to enjoy it at whatever level they're at or whatever budget they're at.
Before we go to Centerville specifically, let's
Yeah.
talk a little bit about Maryland and what's happening with Maryland wines. I think
Since I started the business in 2005, it is amazing from what we had, maybe 30 wineries or maybe not even, to the explosion of wineries that we have now. But the other thing, even more important, is the quality of the wine that you can find in Maryland. You can go to any one of the Maryland, regions out there and find excellent wine, whether it be, Old Westminster Winery, our Eastern Shore wineries with Layton's and Crow Vineyard, or go over to the other side with, Leonardtown, Port of Leonardtown. And there's just so much great wine coming out of Maryland now. Does that mean you're going to belly up to a tasting bar and like every single wine you taste? No, because like you said, it's really about learning your personal taste.
I think it's really important that people realize some of these grapes are different. It's going to taste a little different than maybe what you're used to. It doesn't mean it's not good. It just means it's a little different. And I'm sure people ask you, what's your favorite wine? I know I get asked. I usually say, well, it's what's in the glass in front of me. That's usually my favorite at the moment. But let's turn to Centerville.
Yes.
This has been going on for a while.
Yes, one of my favorite events of the year. So right downtown Centerville, right around the courthouse. And, it's more than wine, right? It's Maryland made wine, beer, and spirits, and mead, because that's in a class of itself. But so you've got, all different types of beverages there to try. Of course, we mentioned the 3 wineries, but we've got, Bull and Goat Brewery, Ten Eyck, Oliver Brewing, and more. And then all kinds of distilleries. You can try vodka and whiskey. And so a lot of times you go to a festival, it's only beer or it's only wine, or, so this is great because we have the breadth that are all made here in Maryland. You can get it and taste them and talk to the people from the, winery, distillery, brewery, and really get up close and personal. And then there's also great food vendors like Jimmy's Fat Rolls and some other food vendors. And then Maryland makers of artisan goods. So you can buy, artwork and other goods while you're shopping. And, everybody you're investing in is here in Maryland. So I will be emceeing the main stage. And Philip Dutton and the Alligators will be one of the bands that will be coming on at 12:30. And then really exciting, because I know they have a huge following, at 2 p.m. we have the Chesapeake Suns playing for about an hour. And then I'm going to do a little tasting as well at about 3:30. So it kicks off at 12. From 12:30 to 4, you can stroll about tasting whatever Maryland made wine, spirit, beer you want. Purchase some food from our great vendors, buy some gifts, and then, take in some great bands as well. So
Well, Laurie, thanks for spending a little bit of time with the spy. I look forward to seeing you in a few days in Centreville. Thanks so much.
Yay.